Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome to another Fiery Fun stream. I am your host, the Infernoman here, and I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. So, hopefully, again, you're having a wonderful weekend, everyone. And again, I was told by someone out there today is International Women's Day. So, what does that have to do with us today playing Magic? Well, thanks to one individual that actually wanted to promote something and kind of put a request in for a very unique deck, I figured, you know what, maybe we could put something together that is going to be a little bit unique. So what exactly am I talking about, you may be wondering? Well, I'm glad you asked. So let's actually just jump to it, and I'll kind of show you what exactly I'm talking about by showing off today's deck. So let's go ahead, let's jump into it right now. All right. And where are we at here? Okay, there we are. Awesome. Perfect. So to celebrate, of course, the day. Oh, hey, Dunsplint. Glad again you're joining us once again, my fire friend. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day where you're at. So, at the request of a viewer today, I kind of challenged myself to see if we could put something together that's actually wholly unique, has a fun theme to it, but also is managed to still be under budget. So with that, that's going to be showing off today a deck that is Mu Yanling, Wind Rider here, and an all-female led deck. So it's going to be a deck we're calling Ride Like the Wind. Well, actually, I forgot. Originally, I was going to call it Windjammer, but it felt a little clunky. But Ride Like the Wind sounded a little bit more elegant, so I think I might actually change that right here and now. There we go. Much better. Okay, awesome. So, how does this all work? So, as always, for those of you that are brand new to this, whether you're watching for the first time or if you're a longtime viewer, as always, we'll explain the deck and how it's going to work. We'll go over the stats of the deck, and then we'll play as many matches as possible. Considering that today's deck is actually a little bit more unique, and I want to focus more on the theme rather than actually making it a deck that you actually can win a ton of matches with, this time around, we're just going to focus on just one simple budget deck for the entirety of the stream. So if you do want to upgrade this, I'll explain why I don't have an upgraded version of this deck later on into the stream. But let's go over the stats for the deck, as always, and then we'll cover the rest. So, as always, longtime viewers of the channel know how we do it. We have to talk about the stats of the deck before we dive right in. So, Mu Yanling, Ride Like the Wind is going to be a mono blue deck. We're rocking an average mana curve of about 2.8, and it is all, again, blue with a little bit of colorless, just to kind of add a little bit more diversity, and you'll see what I mean in a bit. So, we're going to be utilizing 25 creatures in the deck. We have 13 instants, 4 sorceries, 15 artifacts, 6 enchantments, 3 planeswalkers, and 38 lands. So, as I mentioned earlier, this was coming at the request of a viewer. So, you know who you are, of course, the one person that actually did request this. I figured, you know what? We could challenge ourselves to do something wholly unique here. And the reason why also, because I thought this was actually something that we don't get to do too often, but I actually do like having fun with some very unique budget deck challenge building, so if you will. So in other words, what I mean by that is the way this deck works is I kind of came to this conclusion because earlier this week, I really wanted to build something that actually did do what was kind of positioned to me, but the issue was trying to figure out which way I wanted to take the deck. So if it was going to be an all-female deck, first off, the simplest solution is just put in a bunch of cards that have a lot of female artwork on them, which is what we did, but we wanted to, kind of try to figure out how we can actually make it all work. So originally the deck was going to be a Nazika deck, but the hard part with that was it was getting way too expensive and honestly wasn't really very fun. So I've kind of went back to the drawing board and I figured, well, we need to simplify this just a little bit here. So I realized what was a character, at least in Magic, that it doesn't, she's there, but she's not really that huge, and she's a little underrepresented. So I figured, hey, you know what? There's actually a card that I actually wanted to get, and that's going to be Mu Yanling here. So I think she would actually be a great commander for even a regular paper deck, but for today, she's perfect for our deck, and also she kind of covers some of the things I actually do like, which is vehicles, and it's been a little while since we played a mono blue deck, so I figured we're going to do that today. So for those that don't know, Mu Yanling, Wind Rider here is a 4-mana, 2/4 human wizard pilot. Kind of interesting they made her a pilot, but it's Ether Drift, so just go with it. Any case, so Mu Yanling here says when she enters, you get a 3/2 colorless vehicle artifact token with Crew 1. Vehicles you control have flying, and whenever one or more creatures you control with flying deal combat damage to a player, you get to draw a card. So she's pretty much built to, of course, utilize vehicles to fly over your opponent, ride the wind, if you will. And once you start doing some damage, you just start drawing cards little by little. She's not incredibly powerful, but she definitely can do a lot of damage if your opponent is not prepared for her. So how do we work around the fact that Mu Yanling has this interesting kind of build around? So especially in mono blue, because mono blue doesn't, they have plenty of vehicles, but we also, again, want to adhere to the restriction that we want to try to avoid having any, I guess you would say, just male characters. So that's kind of how we built it. So pretty much, as I mentioned earlier, all the artwork has either females on it or at least some kind of non-male artwork, if you will. So if it's genderless, I guess you would say, if we decided to kind of count it, if you will. And you'll see what I mean by that in a second. So let's go ahead. Let's now talk about, of course, all of the cards in the deck. So starting in the 1-drop slot here, Symmetry Sage has a female on it, of course. It has Magecraft ability. Anytime we cast instants or sorceries, we get to give one of our creatures a base power of 3 until end of turn. So great for us in the early part of the game. Combat Research here. It's an enchantment aura, as you can see again. Another female art on that, primarily on it. And of course, if we add this to another creature, we get to then draw a card as long as they deal combat damage. As long as the enchanted creature is legendary, it'll get a +1/+1 pump and ward 1. We could put this on Mu Yanling, but any one of our cards will, of course, benefit from this to help us keep drawing cards and do our thing. Entering the Enigma here, it just makes sure that one of our creatures is unblockable. Same thing, we get to draw a card off of that, so great for us. Slip out the back is for protection reasons. Put a +1/+1 counter on a creature and it phases out. Ideally, you could put this again on Mu Yanling just to protect her, just while our opponent does things. 3 steps ahead here, another sweet multi-utilize card here. It has the spree mechanic. You can either utilize it to counter a spell, create a copy of another artifact or creature we control. We have plenty of artifacts, so that actually works for us. And also we can draw some cards off of it while kind of looting, if you will. Dense Planet, literally doing a shorts 1v1 edit based female characters currently. Oh, that's cool. Hopefully that works out for you. If I have, once you're done with it, I'll try to check it out when I can. So that's cool to hear. Now going on with the rest of ours, now here's the 2-drop slot where we have a ton of stuff to work with here. So Mentor's Guidance here, it has Casmina as our artwork here. It's Scry's 1. However, if we cast a spell and if we control a Planeswalker, Cleric, Druid, Shaman, Warlock, or Wizard, we get to then copy the spell. So this is actually nice for us to kind of help keep filtering through our deck. Moon Circuit Hacker here, we kind of have a, and I'm going to mention it now, a little sub-theme of ninjas in here because that kind of works with some of the cards that we have, so makes them kind of hard to block, and if we do manage to do that combat damage, we can keep drawing cards off of it. But otherwise, Moon Circuit Hacker here, 2 mana. It is modified from alchemy reasons, but we'll just ignore that for now and just kind of roll with it. Ninjutsu for blue, whenever we deal combat damage with it, scry 2 and draw a card. We have to discard a card, however, unless if the hacker entered the battlefield this turn. Change the Equation is one of our many counter spells here. It's even better, again, if we're fighting against a green deck or a red deck, so we'll see how well this does later on. Emrakul's Messenger here. This Eldrazi Fairy Rogue, of course, can help us just build up a bunch of Eldrazi spawns every time we draw our second card each turn. Jawari Disruption here. It's a tap land in a pinch, or it can be a cheap counter spell. Casmina's Transmutation here, utilizing, of course, her artwork here to transform any one of our opponent's stuff into a 1/1 creature, and it loses all abilities. So this is great for us to kind of lock out certain creatures. Lofty Denial here. It doesn't have an actual female art on it, but it's kind of ambiguous enough for the deck, and also kind of goes with the theme of Mu Yanling because it does trigger when we have something that's flying. So it does, of course, pass the bar, at least for today. Memory Lapse here. Love the artwork on this. This is a very lovely art for this card. It's another counter spell for us that kind of out-tempos our opponent, puts their card back on top of their library or into their graveyard. Merfolk Leader here is another one of our cards where, again, draw a card and simply discard a card. And then moving on from here, we have Mobilizer Mech here. Same thing. It doesn't have technically female art on it, but it's not technically male either. So I guess it's ambiguous enough where we can kind of let it pass the bar, if you will. It has flying on it too, so that's great for us because it does trigger with Mu Yanling's ability here. Nightvale Sprite, another flying fairy rogue. It attacks. It surveils run to help us filter through our deck. Omen of the Sea, of course, has on here another female prolific artwork on it. It has flash. The enchantment enters. You scry 2, draw a card. You can sacrifice it later on if you need to in a pinch for 3 mana to then scry 2 again. Quench here, another one of our counter spells here. Great artwork as always. Going to be great for us to kind of slow down our opponent in the mid game. Thoughter Mechanic here, every time we draw a second card, so it does trigger off with Mu Yanling's ability here. It'll put +1/+1 counter, so it'll keep getting bigger and bigger. If it does get blown up, however, it leaves a Thopter token behind for us. Disruption Protocol here, another one of our counter spells, and we will have a lot of artifacts to work with here, so this helps us, of course, cheapen the cost for this counter spell. Narset Reversal, I'm pretty sure that's self-explanatory. Same thing. Excuse me. It'll, of course, help us counter actually, it'll help us wait, hold on. Ugh. Words are hard, by the way. What I meant to say was it will copy an instant or sorcery spell, and then we can bounce it back to our opponent's hand, and then we can take the copy into our hands to utilize. Silent Submersible here, same thing. Although it may not have female art on it per se, it is ambiguous enough, and of course it does pass the bar because we are technically also a vehicle deck in disguise. Helps us, of course, draw some cards when it deals combat damage to a player or a planeswalker. Ornithopter Paradise here, while the technically same thing, it doesn't have female art. However, the flavor text is referenced by a female. So we did, of course, utilize this, and it does, again, pass the bar. So again, just another cute little mana rock for us. Regular Bankbuster here. This one's a bit of a stretch on me because although it technically doesn't show itself as male or female, it does leave behind a pilot token, and the pilot token is technically female, so of course, we're just going to count it for today. So again, it's same thing, passes the bar for our test. Pinworm X, yo, from TJ Insecurity. Oh, hey there, my friend. Glad you could join us today. As you can kind of see, we're kind of going over the explanation of the deck, but thanks again for joining us. Glad you could see us over here. Wait, you're not at work right now, are you? I would assume you're not at work. Or if you are, I mean, again, hopefully you're doing it. You know what I mean. Hopefully, again, you're doing it in a good spot. But again, thanks again for joining us. Glad to see you here. Oh, thanks. Sapphire Medallion here. This is also an incredibly great card for us. Again, it helps us cheapen our blue spells. And also, it does have technically female art because it does have mermaids on the side. So we are going to count it for today. Smuggler's Copter, same thing. While it doesn't have female art per se, it does allow us to pass the bar because it does count as a vehicle and also helps us draw and discard cards, so we're definitely going to utilize it in the deck. Swiftfoot Boots here, it is kind of a staple for any kind of commander deck out there, and we want to utilize it because Mu Yanling does need the protection just to make sure she has hexproof. Prosperous Thief here in the 3-drop slot. Moving on, we have again another great ninja for us because as it deals some combat damage. Oh, okay, you're on break time. Okay, good to know. Good to know, my man. Hopefully I'll get a chance to see you later today, probably when I come in. I don't come in until a little bit later on, so we're going to try to squeeze in the stream, at least hopefully before I have to start my shift. But again, hopefully, you're having a great shift today, my friend. Thanks again one more time. Again, going back to Prosperous Thief, creates for us treasure tokens as long as it deals combat damage, so great for us for ramping in the early game. Aviation Pioneer here, she enters, she creates a Thopter for us, so again, creates another body. Covert Tactician, another ninja for us for things when we deal combat damage. We can then put maybe hopefully a cheaper artifact onto the battlefield basically for free, so it's a great card for us. Elite Instructor here, it simply enters and it helps us just draw a card. No, something fancy, but it does work. Exclusion Maze here, a slow kind of pseudo tempo effect here. She enters and then bounces back an opponent's creature to their hand, so it's great for us. Jesse and Thief here, another 3 mana when it has prowess and it deals combat damage to a player. We get to draw a card, so it's great for us as we kind of can make it pumps it up more powerful. Kiora the Rising Tide here, another awesome card here. This female Merfolk Noble is a 3/2 and it's legendary. It enters, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. If we manage to get Threshold off with it, you get to create Scion of the Deep. So this means that when it attacks, then you can create this 8/8 blue octopus, which will be another massive powerhouse to swing at our opponents. Minstrel Singer here, it has flying, it has prowess, it's a siren, it does count for us because it's a female. We have Move for Puzzle Maker here. Honestly, this card is highly underrated for what it does here. It's a 1/4 here, so it doesn't look like it does much, but when this creature becomes tapped, and we will need to tap it, of course, just to turn on some of our vehicles, we get to scry 1. So it does kind of help us with pseudo-filtering, so it's great for us. Celindy Vision here, it is a tap land in a pinch, or you can dig 6 cards deep to pull out an instant or sorcery, so great for any point in the game. Thopter Fabricator here, I'll be honest, I can't really tell if this is a male or female. I think it's a Loxodon, but we're just going to count it because the card does great things for us because we do want to draw cards and it does trigger off its ability. Every time we draw our second card each turn, you get to create a Thopter token, so this is great for us overall. Tome Raider here is going to be a 3 mana here. It enters, it draws a card, and it also has flying because it does trigger off our abilities. Unwind here, another very powerful counter spell here. We get to counter a non-creature spell and untap up to 3 lands to help it kind of keep our game plan going. Harbinger of the Seas here, in some matches, this is a game-ending card right here. It turns all non-basic lands into islands, so sometimes this could lock out some key opponents today. Hopefully, maybe we get a chance to trigger this off at any point today. If we do, that'll be amazing. But even if we don't, it's a nice way to kind of host certain decks out there. Ice Out here, another counterspell for us. It has the bargain mechanic, so we can make it cheaper if we sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token. We do have a lot of artifacts in the deck and also a lot of tokens, so this will help us out. Of course, we're going to utilize here the other Mu Yanling here, Mu Yanling Sky Dancer here. So same thing, lovely art, very beautiful by the way. 3 mana, it only has 2 loyalty, but if we tick it up for 2, you can either make one of our opponent's creatures -2 and lose flying, tick it down to then give give us a token that's a 4/4 blue elemental bird, and if we manage to ultimate it to -8, we get an emblem that allows us to have us draw cards with every island we control. That's insanely powerful by the way. Oh, we got another viewer here. Okay. Hi there. Okay, so Cholera, I do apologize, by the way. I'm a little bit messy here. Wait, why? I cannot say words right now. Sorry. My apologies, by the way. Cholera Kaputs. Sorry, did I say that right? Calera Kaputs? What would your Mega Man boss letter be like? Oh, good question. I guess it would be kind of like metal and fire. I mean, that sounds kind of cool, by the way. But glad you asked that question. It is a random one, but I actually am not gonna lie. That's not the first time I've had someone actually ask me on stream, like a Mega Man question. I do realize though, at some point I probably should play some retro games at some point. So thanks for reminding me about that. But yes, it would probably be kind of metallic and kind of fiery. Well, good question on that though. Okay, so real quick, let me go ahead. Let's continue on with the rest of this deck tech, and then we'll wrap it up from here, and we'll get into some matches really quick, everybody. So we're almost done here. Another female Planeswalker here, Narset, part of Veils, incredibly powerful and also very oppressive versus our opponents because they can't draw cards, but we can definitely keep drawing our cards because it'll deny our opponent the ability to draw more than one card each turn. You could take her down if you need to, then dig 4 cards deep to pull out a non-creature, non-land card and put it into our hand. So this is great for us in the mid-game. Spirit Noble here, the 3 mana Fairy Noble. It has flying. Other creatures we control with flying will get an extra toughness, so this is great for us to protect our creatures. And then other creatures we control with flying, we could tap it to give it an extra power bonus of +1 until end of turn. Expanded Anatomy here, it only puts some counters on stuff, so it doesn't seem like it does too much here, but of course it has female art, and of course it can give one of our creatures vigilance until end of turn, so this is going to be great for us in the mid game. Heraldic Manor here is going to be our mana rock for today. It gives all of our creatures +1/+0 as long as it's the chosen color. And since we're on mono blue deck, this is perfect for our deck. Going into the 4-drop slot here, we have Sinette, Jelly Drover here. Another cute little card that came from Jumpstart here. It's a human wizard. When it enters or when it dies, you get to create a 1/1 jellyfish creature token. And other creatures with flying we control will get +1/+1. So this is great for us overall. We have High Fate Trickster here. It has flash, it has flying, and of course we can cast spells as though they have flash, so it's great for us overall. Moonsnare Specialist here. For the ninjutsu ability of 3, when it enters, you can bounce back on a creature an opponent controls through their hand, so it's great for us for tempo. Thassa Deep Dwelling here, another incredibly powerful card for us, and we have quite a few creatures that also will enter and do things, so we can utilize Thassa here to keep bouncing stuff back and forth by exiling things, bringing it back to the battlefield, and also its secondary ability for 4 mana can tap down another creature so we can get it out of the way and keep doing some damage to hopefully keep drawing more cards. Whirler Rogue here, when she enters, you get to create some Thopter tokens for us, 2 of them. Also, its secondary ability allows us to tap down 2 untapped artifacts we control to make a creature unblockable until end of turn, which is great. Bowmat Bazaar Barge, same thing. It's a vehicle. It's colorless. It enters and it draws a card, so that's why we want it. Oval Chase Dragster here, an incredibly, very powerful card here. It's a 6/1 Trample Haste, kind of like, I guess you could say the vehicle version of, what is it, a Ball Lightning, I guess you could say? That's actually what we want it for. Does a heavy amount of damage here for the cheap cost that it comes in with. In the 5-drop slot here, we have Hull Drifter here, 5 mana vehicle, flying. When it enters, draw 2 cards. Another great vehicle for us, and we can crew it for only 3. We have Introduction to Annihilation here, one of our few key heavy removal pieces, because for a colorless, you can exile a non-land permanent. Our opponent will get to draw a card off of it, but that's a small price to pay for the fact that this is one of our more flexible removal options. Sky Sovereign Console Flagship here, another incredibly powerful vehicle here. The flying boat will deal damage of 3 to any creature or planeswalker when it enters or when it attacks, so great for us to just kind of keep the board clear. And we have, yes, I know it's not the best Mu Yanling, but of course it does pass the bar because, again, of what our theme of the deck is. So for 6 mana, this 5 mana version of Mu Yanling gets +1, and then until end of turn, up to 1 target creature will get -5. So this can definitely lock out certain creatures from doing damage to us. -3 allows us to bring back 2 creature cards to their owner's hands, so it can either be our cards or our opponents. If we -7 with it, creatures we control with flying will get +5/+5 until end of turn, so it's a nice little finisher, if you will, depending on where things go. And then, hold on one second. Oh, geez, I just messed that up here. Hold on one second. Hold on. Oops, I just did that. Okay, don't worry. We'll get it back. Okay. So sorry, that was the final card. I accidentally misclicked it. So final card here, which also has amazing art, by the way, Sublime Epiphany here, a 6 mana instant that allows us to choose 1 or more. So we've managed to get this big piece off here. We can either counter a spell, counter target activated or triggered ability. You can bounce back a non-land permanent to an owner's hand, create a token of a copy that's a target creature we control, or we can just draw a card. So this does a ton for us and sometimes can lock out certain opponents depending on what's going on. And as we're almost wrapping this up here, because don't worry, we're almost done. We are a budget deck today, so we're going to keep it as cheap as possible. We're going to utilize Desert of the Mindful here as a desert land, Infinite Rivulet, another desert here, 29 islands, Reef Roads here. It also creates for us a pilot token in a pinch we need to. Arid Archway, which is another one of our deserts. You're going to wonder, why do we have so many deserts? I'll explain in just a second. Fountain Port here, just for a bunch of utility that it provides. Gaia Reach Sanitarium here for, again, some discard and draw. Mech Hanger here can turn on any one of our vehicles into actual usable artifact creatures. Sandstorm Verge here, another desert, and also can make one of our creatures unblockable. But the reason why we want this many deserts is Scavenger Grounds here, because then we can utilize this to sacrifice other deserts we don't need to then exile the graveyard. So it's a graveyard hate in the deck overall. Whew. Okay. So that was it, everybody. That's basically Mu Yanling's ability here. We're going to ride like the wind, and we're hopefully going to be able to just beat down our opponent with our all-female led deck. So how good is Mu Yanling in Brawl overall? Well, there's only one way to find out. So without further ado, let's take this into the Brawl format and let's see how well she does. Whew. Okay. Finally got through that all. Okay. As always, thanks again for hanging in there, everybody. I know it sometimes feels like it takes me forever to kind of explain a whole deck. But again, I always appreciate that. And I always try to encourage myself to keep doing it just because there are some people out there that would like to know what the heck we're actually playing. But okay, here we go, everybody. First match of the day. Again, we're going to try to get in as many matches as we can over the next couple hours to see how well we can do. All right, so let's go say we've got, okay, got an island here. We've got Mentor's Guidance, change the equation. Okay, so we got a decent amount of stuff here to work with. We should be fine here with what we got. Let's keep this. All right, and with that, all right, opponents, show me what you got.
It's time to do.
I just love doing that, by the way. Okay, so our opponent is playing Sovereign Okanek Ahu. Okay, so it's going to be the Cat Noble. Let's see. Let's see if we can get around that. The good news, however, we do have a Sapphire Medallion in hand, so this will definitely ramp us up kind of bit. Okay, wait. I haven't seen this card here. Oh, it's a new card here. So, Lagarin Soul of Alakria. Okay. Huh. I haven't seen this card before, but okay. Counters is. Counters, counters, counters. Let's put down our Sapphire Medallion first, cheapen our costs. All right, let's see. Can we get around our opponent's game plan here? The good news with Sapphire Medallion is Mu Yanling will now be cheaper to work with. So if we bring her out, we'll make that token. And we hopefully should be able to go off here. Okay, opponent is swinging. All right. Here come the counters. We will find a way to get around this, though. I do believe we can. All right. Ooh, okay. So we do have our new Mu Yanling here. That's kind of nice. So with that, Sandstorm Verge, we will... You know what? Let's bring down this Mu Yanling. We'll get down the Planeswalker one. Tick up. We will make this no longer fly. And now it's a 0-2 until our turn. So, there we go. Mu Yanling already trying to lock out our opponent from making their opponent's stuff fly. So that's good for us. I mean, our opponent can still do their saddle shenanigans for a little bit. But at least this kind of buys us a bit of time. Because if they start hitting Mu Yanling, this one here can definitely start softening up our opponent. So it's going to be a while. So you can see they're going to try to start doing their thing here. And although they can technically hurt her, it's going to be a while before they can completely take her down. Okay, so with that, tick up again. All right, turn that down. We will bring in our other Mu Yanling. All right, we're riding like the wind today. There we go. Okay. We do need some more lands, though. That would be nice. We'll pass here. All right, opponent. So, two Mu Yanlings, representing, again, for International Women's Day, our all-female deck. Can she get some wins in? Let's see. Opponent is still trying to put down counters on our creatures. Excuse me. Okay. We put a +1/+1 counter on Duskchill Crawler. All right. Opponent. They saddling. Okay. That's fine. So, will they swing? They do. And they will put another +1/+1 counter. Opponents. Okay. They're doing a thing. They pumping. Okay. So here, we're going to block with our actual Mu Yanling. I don't think our opponent has anything else that can pump it up beyond this. If they do, I'll be very surprised. Or at least I hope I don't get surprised. Opponent. What do you got, opponents? Nothing? Okay, phew. Okay. Now, for a second there, I thought they actually had something. Okay. So, oh, okay. Here we go. This is good here for us. So, let us... Actually, hold on. Here's how do we do this? Let us... Exclusion Mage. This is going to bounce back their thing, so... We're going to bounce that away. Sorry, opponents. That's got to go bye-bye. We will... How do we do this here? I guess we'll tick down. Make a giant bird. And there you go. Our opponent has had enough. Mu Yanling on her own there with a victory for us. All right. First win, everybody. Wow. Well, that didn't take too long, right? Nice. So as you can see here, Mu Yanling's ability, while we didn't get a chance to really showcase it, the fact that our deck is trying to just soften up our opponent and kind of be annoying to them actually worked out pretty well there. Our opponent just did not want to... They did not want to deal with her. But okay. There you go. Feeling good. All right, so let's continue on. Let's see how well we do. Hold on for 1 second, everybody. Hold on. Need to pull something out real quick. Sorry, my apology. I thought someone was at the door. Okay, looks like we're good. All right, so in that case, let's go ahead. Let's continue on. Let's see what we got here. So we're very land heavy on this one, but we have a Moon Circuit Hacker, which is not bad. Expanded Anatomy, and we have a Sky Sovereign. If we get to another land, we should be able to then pull it off with just this. All right, but let's see. Let's see. Opponent is playing Saruman. Ooh, okay, so we're playing against a Lord of the Rings player here. All right. Well, either way, bring it on, our opponents. Yeah. Put down our mech hanger. I will say, though, I do love vehicles. It's one of my more favorite types of cards out there in the game. So, yeah, question for that while we have everybody kind of here. What is your favorite card type? Are you an enchantment person? Artifacts? Creatures? Planeswalkers? Let me know. I would love to hear from you about, what you enjoy the most. Altar of the Pantheon. Ooh, that's an interesting choice here. That's cool. But with that, let us... Elite Instructor. We draw a card. And then we will need to discard a card. I guess the Expanded Anatomy. We don't technically need that. No surprise for you, Densplanet. You definitely love your sagas and you love your enchantments. You're definitely an enchantment player. I know that for sure. Okay. I like tokens. Okay. So you're definitely a token player. Are you more of like a treasure and blood and / like food tokens? Or are you more like creature tokens? Like Scoot Swarms? Let's see. Okay. So we got... Okay. I think with this hand, we'll just keep that. We'll just keep that as is. Draw a card, discard a card. I guess we don't need the Sandstorm. Well, actually, no. We might need the Sandstorm Verge. We'll throw away the island. Alright. So, our opponent's going to... Definitely could get another land down. They might be able to get down Saruman here. We'll see. Oh, you like legendary tokens. Oh, that's cool. Oh, our opponent just kind of blew up our stuff there. That's annoying. But okay, that's fine. Let's see here. We'll put down Sandstorm Verge. And you know what? Deadeye Quartermaster. Wait, did I not talk about this card? Oh, I feel I'm kind of missed some cards when I was actually talking about everything. But okay. Let's go ahead. Let's dig out a vehicle. What do we get, though? I think... What do I want? Or actually, no, Swiftfoot Boots. What should we get? We want to make sure we can keep getting value. Get Thopter Fabricator. They all seem kind of ethereal and contradictory. Oh, like the tokens? Is that what you were mentioning? The way the legendary rule doesn't work with tokens. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're getting there. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It does kind of feel awkward in that way. Okay, let's see. We will get out Thopter Fabricator. And we will swing here with the Quartermaster. Okay, opponent. All right, opponents. So if they try to bring in Saruman here, we do technically have a counter spell that can work. Well, actually, no, hold on. It has to have mana value of 2 or less. Oops, never mind. My mistake, my mistake. Okay, so let's see. We won't get the full value out of this, but if they have a cheap card they might try to cast, we could still kind of give ourselves pseudo protection. We'll see. We will see what our opponent does here. Pull of the Mist Moon. Oh, they have an alchemy card. That's not fun. Boo. Alright. Annoying, but this is okay. It's fine. They can take that away. It's not a big deal for us. Alright, we draw another card. Alright, Island. We will... How do we do this here? I guess? No. Okay. Mu Yanling coming down. We will crew up. There we go. I think we got this now. Swing at the Fabricator. Down to 17. Draw a card. There we go. Not bad. Okay. That's what we want to do. So that's what you want to do with Mu Yanling here. So draw some cards. We start making some tokens and stuff. We should be able to then hopefully just beat down our opponent here. I was surprised at how quick they wrathed us, though. You would have thought they would have saved the wrath for a little later. Or maybe they were scared of us. I don't know. But we'll see. Opponents, do they have removal? Anything? Maybe? Something? Okay. Opponent's thinking hard here. They're definitely thinking hard. Okay. Oh, they have Heliod's Intervention? Wait. That's two doubles, by the way. You would think I could use the change of the equation, because technically it's a 2 mana spell, but I guess not. Alright. Alright. Well, there goes all of our stuff there. That stinks. That's okay. Not a big deal for us. We could still do our thing, because here's what we're going to do here. So with that, we can Introduction to Annihilation, and let's see. We'll get rid of that. Exile. They get to draw a card, but however, we get to then pull out another vehicle here, or at least equipment. I think what we will need to do is... How do I do this here? What do I want? I guess the Swiftfoot Boots probably might be the best option here. Swiftfoot Boots. We will attack with Mu Yanling. Down to 15. Okay. Alright, opponent. Well, we're still kind of... I'm still not sure what our opponent is going to be trying to do to get us here. I'm a little scared, personally, but we'll see. We will see what they're going to try to do. Oh, there's Supreme Verdict. Alright. Okay. It's very annoying. But that's okay. This is fine, everyone. We could still get there overall. So, play Mu Yanling again. Make a token. Here's how we do this, though. Reef Roads, untapped. We will equip here. There we go, there we go. Much better. Swing here. 12 damage. We get to draw a card still. Nice. And then, just out of precaution, we'll put it back on Mu Yanling here. Okay, nice. Not too bad, right? Still versatile overall for what it is. Okay. Show me what you got, opponents. Bring it on still. Still waiting for you. Question also for everybody here. So, we have a couple more weeks until we get to... Actually, as of right now, we're a month away from Tarkir Dragonstorm. What are you hoping will pop up for Tarkir? Is there anything you're looking forward to with it? Oh. Ooh, their opponent is playing a really scary card here. Chamil. Ugh. That's going to cause some shenanigans. But we'll see if we can get around it, though. Okay, play the island. Favorable wins. Oh, did I miss this card too? I feel like I missed a handful of cards when we were talking about the deck overall. I don't know how that happened, but okay. Either way, favorable wins here. Nice enchantment here. Creatures we control with flying will get +1/+1. Cholera kaput. I hope we get good support for Skirmish Rhino. You know what? I know, that's been the coolest card so far from the set, and I know it's super early, but I've already been brewing something that's going to be really awesome with Rhinos. I'm super duper, of course, excited for that, so don't worry. Stick around. We will get definitely something with that coming up. All right, we turn on our vehicle here. So now it's a 4/3 thanks to favorable wins, which is great. We swing. Down to 8. We're closing in. Okay, draw another card. I guess we'll put this down now. Night Veil Sprite. And pass. Okay, so with Night Veil Sprite, hopefully we should be able to close out things against our opponent here, but we'll see. But yes, I already have in my head already, and I'm kind of scribbling out literally even on scrap paper when I'm at work, overall what I want to put together regarding a Rhinos deck. It will be budget, and I'll definitely have an upgraded version. But again, I'm really excited to see that Rhinos will be a thing in Standard, and even in Explorer too, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. Dense Planet, let's get tri-lands and fetch lands for respective tricolors. Actually, now that you brought that up, yesterday I did put up my prediction. Here's again, I'm going to emphasize this one more time. I'm going to predict that we will get... Oh, they have a counterspell. Hold on one second, everybody. Hold on. This counterspell, I hate this counterspell, by the way. Okay. We can still get this, though. Here we go. Disruption Protocol. We will... Oh, wait, hold on. It's uncounterable? Wait, how does it make... Oh, that's right. Chimmeal. Boo. Well, messed up there. So they're going to exile... Oh, they get the token? I mean, that's fine. I guess we lose the token, but that's okay. We have another way of getting around this, though. Ristic Study. Ugh, that's gross, by the way. Disgusting card. But I do like the art, though. I mean, if I had more wild cards, I probably would have gotten a Ristic Study. Or I would probably recommend that for the upgraded section if you actually wanted to do this. Okay. But we can still win here. I think we still got this. Okay. So, Sky Sovereign. Excuse me. All right. We'll decline. All right, hold on one second here. We got to get this off first. Okay. And then with that, we will need to crew 3. So with that, let's see, hold on one second here. Hold on. Wait, got to make sure I do this correctly here. Wait, do I Whirler Rogue? I think I Whirler Rogue here. Okay. Ristic Study again. Doing its stupid annoying things. Decline, by the way. They get the card. We get to create 2 tokens. We tap the 2 tokens. Move off of Mu Yanling onto Sky Sovereign here. So we get to swing now. There we go, everybody. We got the win. Victory. We don't even care. You know what? Symmetry Shades to the bottom. There we go. Victory with that. Celebrating International Women's Day. Mu Yanling riding her way to victory there. Nice. There you go, everybody. That is the deck for you. We got there. Oh, what a beautiful win that was. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, so real quick, Dense Planet, I was trying to explain there. In my prediction video that I made yesterday on YouTube, I predict we will probably get at most, and I know some people don't want to hear this, I believe we will get common fetch lands in the form of the tri-fetches that we got from Streets of the New Capenna, but they'll be now flipped to represent the clans in Tarkir. Because the clans in Tarkir are the literal opposite of the crime families from New Capenna. So most likely, this will be the chance for them to complete that cycle of common fetches. So don't expect fetch lands in Standard, everybody. We ain't not getting those. Wizards is very clear that they're not going to do it. And honestly, they don't have the beanbags for it. They're definitely not going to do it. Maybe if they were going to do like a bonus sheet, that's probably the only way I can think that fetch lands will be added in, is probably like a bonus sheet that they'll add in. And they may, I don't know if they're going to announce that. I don't think they'll announce it, but that's mostly my prediction for that. So that's where I think they're going to go. As far as actual rare tri-lands, that's a good question though. This actually would be a good time for them to reintroduce those back into the game. The last time we got the triomes was, what was it? The first set that matches the clans was from, what was that from? Oh, it's from Ikoria. Oh, man. How long ago was Ikoria again? How long was Ikoria? Wow, was Ikoria 5 years ago already? Good Lord, time has flown. 5 years ago, Ikoria, everybody. I can't believe it's been that long. Any case. All right, so going back to the game. So we have 3 lands. We have a decent amount of stuff here. We can start doing our thing. Oh, Boiling Vortex. Well, that's annoying, but that's okay. We can get around that, though. We totally can. We don't have anything we're going to play for free, so Boiling Vortex won't hurt us too much here. But our opponent here is going to try to go off with Ojer, so we're going to need to find a way to get around that. That's going to be a problem for us. We'll try, though. Okay, down to 23. Reckoner Bankbuster. Okay, so tap here. Arid Archway comes in. We bounce back the island. opponent can't gain life. I mean, it's fine. We don't really have any life gain, so we don't really care. And then, excuse me, regular Bank Buster coming in. Okay, so we got ourselves somewhat set up here, but that Ojer, once it comes in, is going to be a problem for us. And here he comes. Okay. That's 4 damage to us every turn. All right. I don't know if we're going to be able to get around this, but we're going to try. We will Mu Yanling. And then we will pass here. Actually, hold on. No, never mind. Okay, opponent takes 1. We will be taking 4, though, so this is going to be pretty bad. They might close this out faster than I think, though, but we'll see. Sophrim. Ugh. No. No. Okay. Okay. I don't think we're going to get through this, everybody. Yeah. That's a lot of damage to us. No. Don't hurt us, opponents. Please. No. That's 8 damage. Oh, boy. Wow, our opponent got the dream hand there. They literally got everything they needed. So, I think the only way we can get out of this right now is, I guess, Introduction to Annihilation. Exile the Roiling Vortex. They get to draw a card, though. So, we're technically not dead, but I don't see us surviving this. Because they already still have enough creatures. We got rid of their key piece there, but that's not enough. Kalera Kaput. Would be cool to get some more colorless spells too, as Ugin always had a bit of a home turf in Tarkir. Yeah, this actually would be a good set to introduce a couple more colorless cards that kind of represent him. We'll see. Okay, Fiery Impulse. Alright. Yeah. That's pretty much it, everybody. We're going to be dead here. Because if our opponent has any burn spell, it's over. And there it is. Yep. Alright, go ahead, swing, opponents. Wow, they got the dream hand off there. But it's okay. It is what it is, everybody. We're not going to always win every single one of them, but we got wasted there. Dang. Hold on one second, everybody. Okay, sorry, I had to close something out there. And we'll continue on. Uh-oh. Hold on. Is my thing going to go off again? Hold on. I might be losing connection here, everybody. Give me a second here. Looks like a little thing just kind of went off there, everybody. If I lose connection here, I do apologize. Give me a second here to just double check to make sure the connection is still stable. Okay, so with that, look, I think we're okay. I guess we'll see right here. I had to turn off one of my little extensions here because it was starting to start acting up. So I turned it off, and hopefully that won't disrupt the stream. So I might have to go kind of reactionless for a little bit here. But I think we should be okay, hopefully. Okay, I think we're stable. Okay, I think we're stable. I think we should be okay. Phew, okay. I'm going to have to recheck some of my configurations because there was one thing that I like to use, but I don't think I'll be able to do it now for the rest of the stream. That's okay, everybody. It's okay. Okay, so Den Splendid real quick. I wish we had made a true Saga deck for Explore. Like Go Esper and some big value Sagas. For example, like Eldest Reborn. Yeah, that would be kind of fun. Maybe in the future for another future set. Okay, our opponent is going to try to make us discard here with Hopeless Nightmare. That's annoying, by the way. Let's see. What do we get rid of here? All right. I think we'll get rid of the Hull Drifter. It's going to be a while since we get to that anyway. Hold on one second, everybody. We also got some other shenanigans here. Take some damage. All right, there we go. Say no to spam, everybody. No to spam. No spam allowed. Any case, going back to the game, we have our island here. Excuse me. We will Moonfolk Puzzle Maker. Okay, so with our Puzzle Maker here, if we attack with it, we should be able to scry one, and then we can also bring in Prosperous Thief, and that'll create for us a bunch of treasure tokens. Yeah, no spam, no bots, please. I swear, now I'm starting to get one like 1 or 2 every stream. It's annoying, but again, we'll get rid of those, no big deal. Okay, so anyway, I didn't even check. What is our opponent playing with? They're playing, oh, Glissa Sunslayer? Ew, that's an annoying card. Okay, well, Glissa is definitely going to be a problem for us, but we'll see if we can try to get around here as best as we can. All right, so swing here. The good news, though, is we are a flying deck, so that's actually not too bad for us. Okay. Let's go ahead and ninjutsu. There we go. This is where the fun begins. Okay, do some damage here. Make a treasure token. We will play Amiracle's Messenger. We have another flyer on board. This is good. Okay, so with that, Mu Yanling should be coming in soon, hopefully. We can crew a vehicle with her and then hopefully get that going. Glissa, however, is a problem because First Strike and Death Touch is very hard to get around. I don't know if we're going to have a chance to get around it, but we'll try. We will try. Okay. In any case, moving on and trying to figure things out here. Question I have for everybody also that I want to ask is what color combination are you looking forward to for the clans of Tarkir? Like what are you hoping to build with? Are you a teamer? Are you going to be a Mardu player? Let me know. What is your style when it comes out? All right, opponent, what do you got? Show me what you got. Wait, am I still there? Sorry, everybody. I feel like I'm getting connection issues here. So if I do pop in and out, I do apologize for that. But looks like I think I'm okay still. I gotta get better internet. I think that's what it is. Just gotta have a better connection. Okay, in any case, opponent hits us down to 9. Okay. See if we can try to get around that. We'll try. Okay. Opponent. So we're at 9. Is there a way out of this? We might have to start chump blocking, but I think we might be able to pull off something here. Let us see. All right. So, swing here. Opponent, do you have anything? Opponent? Anything? They gotta have something. They definitely have something. Okay. Gift of the Viper. Open to the Sea. We'll draw a card, scry 2. That does gives us a Scion token. What are you going to block, opponents? Amiracle's Messenger, Prosperous Thief. Okay, so here's how we do this. Slip out the back. Keep that off the field. Do some damage, okay. And I guess we have no choice. We have to block still with these two. Oh, jeez. Not a good setup. Den Splinit, Sultai, and Abzan are going to be your colors. Okay. Well, hopefully we get some good stuff. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing some really awesome cards from Tarkir. Originally, I wasn't too big on the set because I didn't really play with it in its heyday, but it definitely looks like it'll be at least a fun set. Hopefully it'll be a creature focus because I hopefully will see some dragons that I would love to build around. We actually haven't really built a dragon deck in a long time. Excuse me. So, I just hope that at least we'll get something decent with dragons that we can definitely kind of work with here. At least some lower power dragons, so I could definitely kind of have a fun curve with that. But I have an idea for something with dragons. Okay, so let's see. Can we get out of this? All right, so I guess all we could do is block Glissa here, which is not fun, but it is what it is. Down to 2. All right. Put down an island. We will... I don't even know what we do here. I guess Tome Raider? Draw a card. Make it a Scion token. Sapphire Medallion. That makes everything cheaper, but doesn't really help us out too much there. Because we're still in an awkward spot here, no matter what we do. All right. I feel like, honestly, I'm just kind of delaying the inevitable here. Kind of a shame, too. All right, well, we'll see if we could try to find a way out this. We'll try. All right. Come on, deck. Can we find a way out of this? In some way, shape, or form? I don't know. All right, come on, deck. Show me some love. Opponent here is also thinking. Thinking very hard here. Don't keep me waiting too long, opponents. Okay? Anytime now. Anytime now. Okay. Bloodletter. All right. Scary. But we'll see. We can probably block maybe for another turn or two, but we are not looking too hot here. Okay. Otherwise, what do you got, opponents? Show me what you got. Something? Thirsting roots. Okay, they proliferate. Ew. That's no good. Alright. Big swing? It's got to be a big swing. Alright, they do have the big swing. Okay, so... I guess I don't have a choice here. Okay. Block here. Block here. And 2 blocks there. That's such a bad block. Alright. Ouch. It's okay. It's okay, everybody. So, with this, we lose everything. And, yeah, I don't know if we have any way out of this. But we could try the lead instructor. Draw a card. Then we discard a card. Okay, I guess at this point the Bank Buster is not going to help us out. We need creatures. So, Sinette makes a token. Yeah, at this point literally it's just us delaying the inevitable. So I think we're just going to have to cut our losses here. Man, such a shame though. But it is what it is, everybody. No big deal. We'll try again next time. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. So, moving on. Not a big deal. So, let's go ahead. Let's continue here. We will be jamming the wind, ride like the wind, however you want to call it. It's still International Women's Day where we are playing Mu Yanling and hoping to fly high with our all-female deck. Just hopefully we can get some more wins here. But I am now ready.
It's time to
All right, bring it on, opponents. Okay, so let's see. What do we got here? We've got favorable wins for pumping up our flyers, memory lapse for counterspell, Merfolk Looter to help us draw and discard, Covert Tactician here, which would be great for us to start getting some stuff out, Oval Chase Dragster, maybe for the late game, along with Mu Yanling herself. Okay, I think we can keep this. We should be okay for a little bit. Our opponent on the meanwhile, they're also playing a female card here, Karametra, God of the Harvest. So, we'll see if that's a problem for us later. Hopefully it won't be. Excuse me. Fanatica Ronos. Okay. Opponent's going to try to get the ramp on. Let's see here. What do we want? Merfolk Looter first. So hopefully this can start helping us filter if we need to. Otherwise, let's see. Oval Chase Dragster. Oh. I hate this card so much. Say no to alchemy cards, everybody. I'm just not a fan still of alchemy cards because of their shenanigans. But we'll see if this is going to be a problem for us. Okay. Covert Tactician coming in. Can't get its true value, but that's okay. Okay. Okay, opponent, what do you got? 4 cards in hand now. They start going off with their alchemy card. Disgusting, by the way. Chamille. Oh, boy. Alright, I guess everybody wants to go off with free stuff. Whatever happened to the good old days of classic play 1 card each turn days in Magic? I miss those days. Makes me sound like an old man, but yes, I remember those days where you only played like 1, maybe 2 spells in a turn. Ah, yes. I miss those days. It was a simpler time for Magic, though, but I guess it is what it is. Okay. Let us draw a card, discard a card. Okay. So with that, I guess we don't need the scavenger grounds that badly. Okay, draw. And then we'll put down our island. We will, let's see, I guess Oval Chase Dragster comes in. All right, and we will pass. So, at the very least, we could turn on Oval Chase Dragster in a pinch if we have to eat like a heavy attack here. So we'll see what happens. Our opponent here is stacking up stuff, so getting a little scary. We'll see, though. Can we get around this? Can we survive? All right. They're making their land drops. And pumping. And pumping. Okay. Opponents. Karametra coming in now. She big. Big gal. Ayasha. Oh, jeez. My goodness. Well, it makes us look terrible, by the way, but okay. It is what it is. Okay, they get their stuff off. Well, I don't even know what to say at this point. We're just completely overrun here. Of course, granted, I do like to remind everybody, our deck is technically a budget deck, so we're going to get run over here and there. But maybe we could try to upgrade. We could try to look at an upgraded version of Mu Yanling. If you guys are interested, I could look at possibly doing that. The only downside is, or at least I don't want to say the downside, the only challenge is I still want to keep the deck all female focused. So the artwork has to be something that represents that. I think there are probably a couple cards, at least in Brawl, that we could probably put into this deck to make it much more stronger overall. Of course, those cards are going to be very unfair, but if you actually want to go super serious with her, you probably could. But at this point, I don't think we're going to be able to pull this off here. Unfortunately, our opponent is overrunning us very heavily here. And there they go. Doubling the tokens. Ooh, so good. Okay. At this point, just one block here. That's all we can do. And, of course, lose our creature. They then solve the case. They get more free value, because that's what this deck does. I honestly, again, I'm just not a fan of cards like this, like Chamille. It just feels like it's just way too... It just does too much for such a little payoff. Expand all anatomy. Okay, we don't need that. Okay. So... yeah. I'm just going to cut our losses here. I know I usually don't like to cut early like that, but we were not going to win that one. It is what it is, though. Okay. So let's see. Normally I don't do this halfway through the stream, but technically I didn't really intend on building a upgraded version of Mu Yanling, but it seems that maybe we might need a little bit more power for her. So let's go ahead. Let's take this for a moment here. We'll clone a copy. So this will be... This is the OG one. And this will be our wind upgraded deck. So real quick, let me see if I can try to do some quick little modifications here. Now, if we were to upgrade this completely and go all out, the only tricky part is, again, I still want to adhere to the fact that it has to have female art in it in some way, shape, or form. So some way, somehow, that's how I want to upgrade this a little bit here. So let's see. I'm not even sure where I would want to go with this. It would have to be something that really kind of emphasizes what the deck is trying to do. So cards like Mana Drain, like technically they do work, but we don't have female art. So that's kind of where I am with kind of debating this. And that's where it gets a little tricky trying to upgrade this deck, if you will. Let's see here. Yeah, it's definitely not easy for us to stick to this idea, while same thing trying to figure out where you want to be at for the deck. So I think there might be a couple of cards we could use. Let's see, hold on. If I was to do anything here, I guess cards like Flare Denial might help. So let's see, Flare Denial, you could upgrade with that. You could get, let's see. I know, sorry, I'll try not to take too long with this. I'm just trying to see what we could do. Ristic Study is going to be like something you definitely could upgrade with this deck to make it even more stronger and gets it ridiculously powerful, by the way. Let's see. Oh, Unstoppable Plan also would be good too. But again, it's Jace focused on the art, so that's why we're not going to use it. Not too many cards realistically that we can while sticking to this game plan. It's actually not exactly an easy way to kind of build a deck. But I think that's also what I would want to do with the deck is just getting some of those key pieces there. Memory Deluge might be helpful. Could put that into. And then, yeah. There's not too many other cards you can put in. I'm not saying there's not anything you can't work with. It's just, if we're going to stick to, again, this game plan here, I definitely want to try to keep to the theme as much as possible. So with that, I think that's mostly going to be it for these spells. Let's see. Maybe we could just jump into the actual lands. Maybe that might be what we want to do here. So with that, as I'm kind of mumbling to myself here, if you do like the deck in any way, shape, or form, and if you are a fan of what we do, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you watch the content so you don't miss out on any of the gameplay, booster pack openings, deck techs, and so much more. As always, we do appreciate any and all support you have. If you do like what we do, again, if you are already a subscriber to the channel, maybe consider joining our Discord. Or if you want to be a true Fire Rate friend, you can also support me, at least monetarily, on Patreon, where $3 a month will allow you to get access to all of my videos, even some of my more random videos of deck techs and gameplay that I don't post online, mostly because they just don't quite make it. So you can kind of see a lot of experimental stuff that I kind of throw around there that may or may not make it to videos. Just FYI, if you do like any of that stuff, again, $3 a month for that. If you can't do that, as long as, again, you're just following the content here on the channel, I do appreciate your support in any way, shape, or form. Okay, now that I got my shilling out of the way, let's see here. What else do we want that can kind of fit with the plan? Not too many things realistically. I mean, cards like Sword Ginger would be kind of cute, but they don't really help out with the plan too per se. So I think that's pretty much gonna be it in terms of the upgrades here. There's not really too much we want to utilize here. Okay, so in other words, we'll need to cut some cards to make this all work. We'll have to cut 3 cards at least. So slight upgrades, not a huge amount of upgrades, but if you do want to think that there's better upgrades, realistically, you can definitely make this deck incredibly powerful, but that means you would have to then kind of cut through what is the point of the deck, which is it's an all-female led deck. If you want to cut through the all-female part, you could definitely make this insanely powerful. But again, I want to adhere to our idea today of what we're trying to do. So that's why we're going to stick to that plan. In order to do that, though, let's see. What are we going to have to cut to make this work? So cut Expanded Anatomy. That probably won't be needed. And we will then cut... Flare Denial here. I would think I would probably want to cut either 2 more expensive cards. So let's see here. Probably Moonsnare Specialist. This ninja doesn't help us out too much here. And then... let's see. Oh, actually, maybe Cyclonic Rift might also help us out too. That's also a very powerful card. I guess Counterspell will probably be an upgrade here. We'll get the Cyclonic Rift. We'll just craft that now. Okay. So, with these upgrades... and there's definitely a ton of stuff you can do. So don't feel like what you see on here is going to be like the best of the best. It's me just kind of just quickly throwing together stuff that might help us out here. Otherwise, cut the Looter. I think we'll cut out Quench. It's not as good as Counterspell here. We just need to cut 1 more card and we'll be back into it, everybody. So hang there for just 1 second while I kind of finish this up here. I think... I guess I cut the Symmetry Sage. It doesn't help us out too much here. Okay, so there we go, everybody. So what you're seeing right here is going to be a slightly upgraded version of the Ride Like the Wind deck we just talked about right here. So we'll keep this, and we'll see how well it does. So if you want to see the upgraded version, or at least want to get a copy of both of these, I will leave links for both of these at the end of the video. So you'll get a chance to, if you want to copy and paste them and try them out for yourself. I actually do like Mu Yanling overall as a card, But I don't know if she would be best for the commander spot. But I guess that really depends on what you want to build with her. She's great if you want to go mono blue artifacts and flyers. She actually is pretty solid there. But again, since we're restricting ourselves so tightly to a specific game plan, this is why it's going to look a little less than optimal. But that's not a bad thing. Honestly, this is one of those things I always try to encourage everyone. Don't feel like you always have to play the most optimal of optimal. If that's how you want to play Magic, I mean, hey, more power to you. But I find more fun in kind of giving myself a little bit of a restriction or a challenge, if you will, to kind of help I guess you would say, it helps make you rethink how to build kind of in your deck building skill. Because with restrictions of certain kinds like this, it kind of makes me kind of look at other cards that I may not have looked at originally. And it kind of makes decks a little less streamlined and more unpredictable, if you will. In any case, enough of my ramblings. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about what we're doing here. So we got Emerald Messenger. We got some counter spells here. Smuggler's Copter for draw cards and Disruption Protocol. I think this should be good. So with that, let's bring it on, opponents.
It's time to do.
All right. So with that, okay, Sauron, the Dark Lord. Very scary card, by the way, if this gets out. So we need to find a way to keep this off the battlefield as much as possible. All right. Opponent, what do you got? Anything? Opponent, you there? Hello? Hello? Opponents? Where you at? Don't keep me waiting too long. No, seriously, don't keep me waiting too long. I would like to play with our deck today in some way, shape, or form. Maybe? Okay. While our opponent is trying to think about what they're doing here, or maybe my internet connection is, once again, being poo-poo. Question, again, I'll ask everyone if you're hanging out still, whether, again, you're watching live or if you're watching on the replay here. I was going to ask this. So, which of the Universes Beyond sets are you actually looking forward to? The ones that have been announced for this year. What are you interested in? Let me know. Because I'm trying to figure out also, you know, where I'm pretty sure I know which set's going to be the most popular, but maybe you might be interested in some of the other Universes Beyond sets that are coming out. Or maybe you're not a fan. Even if you're not, that's totally cool too. But it's definitely going to be an interesting year for the game. Opponents? Anytime now. Come on. Okay. Well, I guess they're not there, so I guess I get a free land in. Okay. I mean, if our opponent's not there, then I guess we'll just jump to the next game. It's not a big deal. But still, I would like to know. It would be nice if they actually were there. Opponents? Or is my internet bad? Okay, well, while our opponent is doing that, I'm going to go grab a quick little water bottle while I'm kind of sitting here hoping that we'll get a game going. Anytime now, opponents. Don't worry. Oh, come on. Wow. Okay, I literally came back to get that water I just got right now, and our opponent was not there at all. Okay, well, I guess that's a free win for us today. Okay, don't worry. Next one, I'm sure, will be an actual match, hopefully. Okay, in any case, let's go ahead, let's continue. Get our dailies done. We'll jump into Brawl. We will get the wind upgraded deck now. And we'll see how this well goes. Okay. Done, Splenit. Okay, unironically, Fortnite Universes Beyond is far off with real cards, but at this point, I won't be surprised. Yeah, I forgot that we did get Fortnite cards a little while ago with Universes Beyond. I just hope that... I really hope that the game doesn't turn into Fortnite in trading card form. I mean, Don't get me wrong. I do like, of course, seeing a lot of new cards, but some of the cards, or at least some of the Universe Beyond sets, are definitely questionable. Some do fit better than others, at least based on the aesthetics of Magic. But at this point, it is Hasbro that has owned the product for years now, and considering that how much more profit that Magic has been getting from the Universe Beyond sets, it doesn't surprise me if we're going to start going that route. I just hope they don't go to the point where they completely ignore what makes Magic Magic. That's my biggest concern with this. Okay. Our opponent here is playing... Oh, they're playing this as a commander. Vinwood... It's Vinwood X Verbose Host. I cannot say that, but you get the idea. So it's a homunculus here that has a start your engines mechanic, and they get no maximum hand size. Interesting. Okay, they could tap down our land here. That's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, so in that case, Emerald's Messenger. Okay. Okay, bring it on, opponents. Not scared of your commander. This does lead me to an interesting question here with some players out there. Some people out there swear that you definitely want to get into your mana base, or at least something that allows you to have a no maximum hand size. However, if you're playing a 4-player game of, like, Commander, technically you don't want something like this kind of ability on the field. At least from what I was told. And there's a specific reason why for that, which I'll explain in a second. Let me just swing here and see if our opponent does anything. If our opponent doesn't do anything, then I'm going to see if I can get down something that... Literally, this is going to be an oppressive card for us if this sticks. Does it stick? Opponents, do you have an answer? If the Ristic Study comes down... Oh, they don't. Okay. Offer can't refuse. Okay. Well, that's fine. We still get 2 treasures out of the deal. Interesting. Okay. So with that, I'm guessing then our opponent has a lot of counter spells for us? We'll see. Okay, we will swing here again. Ideally, I need my opponent to tap out as much as possible. Opponents? Damage 21. Okay. So the plan I'm thinking of right now is... Okay, there's the Brimeward Cutthroat. Let's member Deluge now. Okay, so with that, Flare of Denial and Swiftfoot Boots come into my hand. Okay, so we have now the pieces we're going to need to keep digging through our deck. Hopefully, this might be enough for us, but we'll see. Opponent is going to tap. Alright, they got their host. One of the awkward things about Flare of Denial is, as you can see here, technically this is in blue, but it is devoid, so it actually has no color. So we actually cannot use this for what we were intending on doing. So that's kind of awkward. But okay. Opponent is going off here. They're drawing cards. Okay. Slip out the back's not bad either. Okay, so here's how we do this. First off, Sky Sovereign. Take out the Brine board. Okay, and then we... No attacks. Okay, so they're going to start drawing a ton of cards here. They have max speed, so that's awkward. But in a 4-player game, you don't want something that gives you a maximum hand size, because that assumes that you're going to combo off. So, interesting now to think about that. Somebody pointed that out to me the other day, and I realized, huh, that is true. If you're playing a 4-player game, you kind of don't want an ability that gives you too many cards, because then you end up becoming a target in a multiplayer game. Of course, in one-on-one, it's a much more powerful ability, at least from what I've learned. Okay, so let's see. How do we do this here? I think... Okay. We're going to see if we can shut off their card. If they have a counter spell, it is what it is. Opponent? Do you have an answer? Yeah, it's the same issue with Soul Ring. I mean, Soul Ring is one of those like cards that it's in every deck, so you're not wrong, Densplinit. But yeah, certain cards I've learned, I probably might start taking out of some of my paper decks, because if I'm going to play Commander, some of them definitely will put a target on your back, depending on what your opponents have on the field or what they're playing with. So I guess in a weird way, I'm just going to say that it's strange that I have Oh, we're going to counterspell this. Sorry, opponent. Paying it the expensive way, but we need it. So, we turned off our opponent's thing here. So, now their card draw engine's offline, though. So, unless they have a way of bouncing this back, there's not much else they can really do here. Oh. Oh, come on. Really? Really? Ah. It's fine. It's fine, everyone. Okay. So, I guess our opponent found a way around our shenanigans, but here's how we do this. Mu Yanling coming in. All right. Flying boat time, everybody. We swing in. Get the network disruptor out of the way. Now we're talking. Much better. Draw a card. Oh, okay. We have mobilizer mech too. Okay, this is beautiful. Okay, this is much more appropriate for us. Okay. Let's see. How do we do this here? I guess put the Swiftfoot Boots down now, since they don't have anything else. Nice. Very nice. Okay, now we're better set up. But yeah, going back to my little rant there. So, something that I've been learning now and trying to improve on with my skill set in multiplayer games is if it ever comes down to, like, if someday Arena ever manages to get 4-player Commander, I'll definitely look forward to that. But I'm going to have to reevaluate how I do Brawl decks, because Commander/Brawl, while they do similar things, the issue is, as you mentioned, whether it's Soul Ring or something like as you saw earlier when I was trying to do it with Rhystic Study, these cards are very oppressive. You get those out on the field, everyone will try to destroy you. So I have to be mindful personally about cards that I own that are these power level, to be mindful of what cards I want in the decks. That way my decks don't get completely obliterated because of how they may be interpreted, if you will. But that's my little rant. Okay. Swiftfoot Boots on the Mu Yanling so we can protect her. Opponents. Okay. They don't have anything else. That's fine. So with that, we will... How do we do this here? I think... We tap both. So we can't really take out anything just yet. But we do have options here. I need our opponent, however, to tap down completely, just so that way we can kind of... Oh, opponents? Sink in the stupor. Okay. That's annoying, but it's fine. We will slip out the back. Okay. So that doesn't get bounced. Play... Hold on here. I guess we'll do it now. Mobilizer mech. Opponent, do you have an answer? Anything? Nothing. Okay. Mu Yanling. We'll be able to copy this. So that's nice. Although I don't like the idea that certain cards get modified from alchemy stuff. I guess in this instance, I guess it kind of helped us out, sort of. Thought Treatment Hat. We'll put that back. Draw another card. Okay. Brief Roads is good. Pass the turn. Okay. So, we're still in a decent spot here. Even if our opponents... Let's go into the Wish Giver. Okay. They'll draw a card. They trigger off Thopter Fabricator. Okay. That's fine. We don't mind that. Thopter Fabricator again. So we're going to start building up a bunch of Thopters here. It'll be annoying, but it's not the worst for us, because as long as Sky Sovereign is on the field, we can keep pinging those away, so that should be able to knock them out of the sky. At least we hope so. Okay, opponent. Show me what you got. Come on. All right. While we're doing this, I think I'll probably put up a poll for, let's see, the next couple weeks or so, because I'm kind of running out of ideas as to what I want to make into decks for the next couple of streams. So if you have ideas as to what you want to see, let me know. I'll see if I can try to build some new stuff out there. I'm kind of running a little dry on ideas, but I think I probably just need like a day to kind of cleanse my brain of stuff before I kind of jump back into it again. But yeah, if there's any cards you have seen from previous sets over the past year or so that we haven't done any decks on, or maybe you were like, that card should totally be built around, let me know. I'm still trying to figure out some other stuff that I haven't had a chance to get in And I do have some fun ideas, but I also would like to know what you guys have seen that maybe I haven't seen yet. Whether it's a card for a Brawl deck. Maybe you want to see a 60 card version of something out there. Let me know. And then hopefully we can get something fun going. Okay. Okay, good. We have a counterspell, which is great. We will... How do we do this here? I think... Let's put down big Mu Yanling. Do we get a counterspell from this? I mean, if we do, that's fine. I guess that kind of helps us out a little bit. Opponent can also sacrifice this to get more cards. Okay, so they do refute. That's fine. That gets them a couple cards here, but they have to discard one. It's annoying, but not the worst for us. We will turn on Mobilizer Mech by crewing 3. This also does turn on Sky Sovereign, so that's great for us. Okay, Sky Sovereign coming in. Okay, opponents, do you have an answer for both? Take out one of these little Thopters. Opponents. Oh, they do have an answer. Spectral Sailor. Okay. Okay. Well. Yeah, they do turn on their Thopter Fabricator. So that means Mobilizer Mech is probably going to go bye-bye. That's okay. Oh, they actually block with all that? Wow. They really don't want it alive. I'm surprised. Okay. That still allows us to then still draw a card. So, that's not the worst. Oh, pass. Okay. So, our opponent has all the cards in the world, but they are slowly getting chipped away at. Will it be enough? Will it be enough? Actually, how many cards do they have? They have 10 cards in hand? Eesh. Right? They gotta have something. I'm guessing they probably have some kind of tempo play or something on there. They have to. I mean, why else would you have that many cards and not do something with them? Okay, we will... tap Mu Yanling. Okay. So, opponents. And we will swing here. Maybe. Opponents. We're going to get a little funky here for a second. See if our opponent... What will they hit? Oh, this can't be countered either. Ugh. Hullbreaker Horror. Disgusting, by the way. Not a card I wanted to see. But, okay. Our opponent definitely is going to get all their stuff in here. They block and block. Okay. We're going to ninjutsu away, and I know this seems a little weird, but we will get rid of our token. And from there, we will try to see if we can do some extra damage here. Make a treasure, which we'll definitely need. Opponents. Okay. Anything, opponents? Anything at all? Come on. Anytime now, opponents. Fairy Mastermind. No. That bounces back that. We'll counterspell that. So our opponent is now in that annoying mode of just making us lose stuff. Quartermaster. We're going to try to dig out another vehicle. So what other vehicle can we get that's going to help us out here? I guess we'll get our own Thopter Fabricator out. And pass. Okay. So Hullbreaker Horror is going to be very hard for us to get around. I don't know if we can get around this card because of how incredibly annoying it is. But we'll see if we can try. We'll give it another couple turns. Man, we're so close to closing out this game, though. But our opponent is just not going to try to let us get there. Still, though, I have been enjoying what Mu Yanling can do. But I think the issue is, since we're focused mostly, again, on making her themed a specific way, we're definitely underpowered by a lot. And you can easily make this card a lot more stronger if you kind of didn't go with the theme that we did. But that doesn't mean that this card's bad. I definitely think this card's underrated. And with the right setup, you definitely can build something really awesome with her. So at this point, our opponent can start bouncing back everything. And that kind of puts us in a bad spot because you can see here, yep. Okay, Scholar. All right. They're going to draw a ton more cards. Okay. Not sure where else we can go with this. I wonder actually, no, this Homunculus definitely looks like a male. I only say that just because, well. Okay, I'm going to start bouncing more stuff back. Okay. So we lose our protection. Harrier Strix. Yeah, I'm not dealing with this. It's just going to be them just slowly putting stuff out there. And then with Hullbreaker Horde out, they're just going to keep bouncing stuff back. So I'll just take the loss there. Yeah, I know it seemed like it was very premature of me to do that, but I had no choice. I honestly just don't want to deal with that. And I actually want to have fun with this deck. So that's why I kind of did what I did. In any case there. So, does anybody think they actually will make for the game? Because we now have an uncommon Rhino. We have a rare Rhino for Tarkir. Does anybody think we might get in the future a mythic Rhino? Or would it be in this set? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that one too. Okay. While we're thinking about that, let's keep this hand here. We'll have 2 islands. Memory Lapse, Enter the Enigma for unblockability here. Kiora can help us draw and discard, and Thassa here can also bounce Kiora back and forth. That depending on, of course, if we can get there. In the meantime, our opponent is playing Zahur Glory's Past. Oh, okay. This is a zombie cat. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. If possible, they could do it. I would like to see them make like a legendary one, or maybe just a mythic one. I think that would be kind of an awesome option there. If it was done, would it have the same stats but just bigger? Would it have ward? Would it have another keyword besides trample? If it enters, would it deal 4 damage? Would it drain for 4 and gain 4? See, questions like this must be answered someday. But until then, if we can just kind of slowly build up our value here and just kind of curve out, we should be able to get there with what we have. In the meantime, our opponent here, taking their time and thinking. I haven't had a chance to play with Zahur yet. I thought about utilizing him for another zombie deck, but I don't know. Maybe. Its ability, you can only activate it once each turn, though. Oh, Elias Core. Okay. Low to the ground. Making a lot of sacrifice fodder. Life gain and drain, here it comes. Okay. No blocks yet. They'll take their life gain and also start powering themselves up. That's okay. Island. Kiora, the Rising Tide. She'll enter. Draw 2, discard 2. Okay. Come on, deck. What do we discard, though? Okay. Alright, so I think enter the Enigma, Reckoner Bankbuster. Probably our best bets. We will make a token. So, from here, we have enough where we can have Thassa do its thing. We'll swing, because they're tapped out. If we can get them to land, that'd be great, because I can actually put down Sky Sovereign and start pinging away everything they got. It all depends on also what our opponent's going to try to do here. Etheros, okay. Ugh. Not the thing I want to see right now. Whenever another creature we own dies, return it to their hand unless their opponent pays 3. Ooh boy. That's going to drain us a ton. But we'll see. Maybe we can get around that. Maybe. Okay, so they do flip. Alright. And with that, how do we do this here? I think Block the token there, because that will die. And if it dies, then they can't bounce it back to their hand. Right? So if we get max speed, we get drained. Oh, it still goes off? Well, that's an annoying ability. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So with that, how do we get around this? Is there a way around this? We'll see here. But I think if we can just get maybe one of our bounce spells, maybe that might be helpful here. Opponent, however, is thinking about stuff. What are you thinking about, opponent? Okay, Crawling Chorus. Okay. Surprised they actually didn't use Aetheros as their main piece here, but I can see why. By sacrificing things at instant speed, they can start bouncing things back like crazy. Alright, in the meantime, let's see here. Mu Yanling. Tick up. Soften up Eliasil Core. So we'll do that. And then... Okay, we're not going to really get much of any additional value off of this, so it is what it is. No attacks yet. Pass. Okay. So, Sky Sovereign hopefully can come down. Okay. Mirkwood Bats. That's annoying. That's okay. We'll see if we still try to find a way around this. Opponent might swing here. They do. And swing and swing. Okay. So with that, we will block with... Oh, geez. It's actually not the best here. That's indestructible, too. Okay. Well, this is going to be fun no matter what happens. Okay. They sack. They make tokens. A lot of tokens, by the way. And they drain us out. Wow, our opponent actually has a really good setup right here. They bounce it back. They surveil. We lose... lose our Mu Yanling. That's okay. Oh, we have the Cyclonic Rift, which is nice, but not enough to do anything with it. But, ooh. Put down Thassa. Yeah, we're stumbling on mana here, and that's not helpful for us at all. Because we're definitely not able to do our thing, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. Well, this might be another loss for us. Dang. We're just not getting it done here. Kind of a shame, too. I really do like what this deck is doing, but we're just not pulling off the victories here. Let's see. Put those away. Yeah. It's not performing as well as I'd like to think. I thought the deck was going to do a little bit better than it was today, but well, it's just not working out for us. I mean, that's okay. It's not going to be like every, of course, deck you put together is going to be a banger. But I was hoping at least we'd get a little bit more love out of this deck. But right now, we're getting matched up with stuff that's not very helpful at all. But it's okay, though. The point is, this was meant to be just a fun deck that had a nice theme to it, to at least adhere to what today's, no. Dang. No love for the women today. Opponents showing no regard for them. Yeah. Alright. Well, we're definitely down a bad spot here. No matter what we do, we're probably not going to survive much longer. That's unfortunate. Damn. That ability is very tough to deal with, and I don't really have much in the deck that's going to help us survive. So the best we do is just block here, one. Dang. It's okay. It's not the worst for us, everybody. Down to 5. Okay. But sometimes it happens. Sometimes you just get bad days. I mean, the last couple streams, we were riding pretty high on what we were doing, but this time around, man, we're just kind of fizzling out here pretty hard. Dang. Drain, drain, drain. Yep. I'll spare our opponent the time here. Alright. Dang. Sadness. That's okay. We're still going to try a little bit longer. We could probably have enough time to maybe get in 1 or 2 more matches with the deck. But overall, it's not horrible. I want to emphasize that. We did get a couple of wins earlier, so the deck is capable of definitely pulling off its victories. The problem, it seems like, is just because we're so restrictive on our own idea of the deck, that's kind of where we kind of stumble a bit. This is, again, meant for theming, not meant for actual functionality and meant to win. We're just trying to have a little bit of fun with the deck overall. But still, I am enjoying it for what it is. I actually do find some ideas here that I might take into future paper decks down the line. But overall, it's been okay. Hopefully, though, we can at least get 1 or 2 more wins before the end of the stream. And as a friendly reminder for everybody, if you are still watching, and if you do want to see what we will do at the end, as always, I will give a nice little wrap-up of how the deck did overall. Good, bad, whatever. The upgrades, the downgrades, what to consider. And then after that, if you do manage to stick around to the very end, I will be more than happy to show you what is to come in the future for the channel. A nice little sneak peek of what's to come for the week. Alright. Another troublesome card here. Panelater of Orthanc. I said that right. Words are hard, by the way. But okay, this card is going to start putting us in a situation where we're going to have to start picking and choosing our battles here. Do we take the hit? Do we lose the life? I'll take the life loss for now. That's 3 down. That's okay. Island. We will play Heraldic Banner. We will play blue. So now we can start slowly ramping a little faster with our Mana Rocks. Mu Yanling should be coming in now. Atsuchi. Okay, that's fine. Okay, is our opponent going to get super aggressive and force us to keep losing life here? I guess we'll find out here. Opponent. Okay. We'll have to draw a card this time. Okay, another island, which is good. So it seems like this time around we're actually getting our ramp going, which is nice. Let us... Moonfolk Puzzle Maker. Mentor's Guidance. And it will double up. So this is nice for us. Okay, Omen of the Sea we'll throw away for now. Draw a card. Oh, Kasmina actually might be nice for us. Reckoner Bankbuster. Do we want that for now? I think we'll put that to the bottom. We want to make sure we can keep hitting our... Okay, Reef Roads is good. Okay, Tiamat. We'll see if that comes in. So it's going to be a whole dragon deck. Okay. So I think this is probably going to be our target here for the Kasmina Transmutation. So that's what we're going to hit. So our opponent will swing. And then we just got to get rid of that Bonehead Dragossaur before it becomes a problem for us. Opponent's going to keep doing their thing with this. Dang. Such a powerful artifact. Can they beat us here? We'll lose life. We lose 5. Ouch. Okay. So, let's see. We will play Otawara. Kasmina's Transmutation. So that turns it now into nothing, so that's good for us. We will play Mu Yanling now. She's coming in. Makes her creature. We scry 1. Oh, Exclusionary Maze. That's good, too. We'll keep that. Do some damage. Triggers off, draws a card. Okay. Not too bad, right? We're still in this, despite the fact that our opponent is going to try to start ramping like crazy here. Okay. They have their mana fixed pretty well. Arcane Signet. But we need a way to just start blowing up stuff and just start bouncing things. That's what we need to do. Once Tiamat comes into play, that's when things get really bad for us. But we'll try. We have a Disruption Protocol, so we can delay it just for a smidge. Nothing, opponents? Nothing? Oh, okay. Alright. Ugh. This is scary. We'll lose life. Down to 5. Ooh, boy. Okay. I guess we can't really afford any more hits like that, so we're going to have to be very careful here. Let's see what we want here. Let's see. Whirler Rogue. Make some tokens. Okay, and then from there, we'll then pass. Okay. We can't get through until Atsushi is off the field, and that's only a problem for us because I'm waiting for Tiamat to come in right now. If Tiamat comes in, we can counterspell it and just delay the inevitable for a little bit longer. Dragon Speaker Shaman. Okay. Do we care about that? Yeah, we'll just leave it as is. We'll have to bounce that back at some point. Earthquake Dragon. Okay. Dang. Okay. We're going to have to counterspell that. Tap down the artifact. Okay. Couldn't have that survive. Not at all. Opponent, do you swing? Nope. Okay. Well, we can't afford anything else, so we have to start giving him cards. Jeez, such an annoying artifact. Let them draw a card. Okay, we go from here. Okay, enter the Enigma. That's not too bad. So let's see. How do we do this here? Exclusion Mage. Bounce back Atsushi. We will... How do we do this here? I think... We tap the Puzzle Maker. Scry's 1. Okay. We don't need more islands. Okay. Still not sure if I can find a way out this, but I'm going to try, everyone. Sky Sovereign. Destroys the Shaman. That's gone. Actually, swing with everything. Is this enough? Does our opponent block? Okay, they do. Down to 15. We will draw a card. Okay, Sprite Noble might be helpful later, but I don't know. We need to survive at least another hit or two. We bounce back to their most important of dragons. Crux of Fate. Come on! Oh boy. Alright. Mu Yanling comes back. But it's not, we're not down yet. We'll see. Can we get around things here? Alright, 6 counters. We have to keep letting him draw cards or we were pretty much going to be dead. Okay, Prosperous Thief. Okay, so let's see. Is there a way out of this? Any way, shape, or form? Okay. Sprite Noble. Jessian Thief. And I guess we'll just pass from there. So, if our opponent swings, Sky Sovereign can block for us for a turn. But I don't know if that's going to be enough. Okay, Spit Flame. Guess I don't have a choice here. Turn that on. So we lose the Noble. Wow, we are literally hanging on by a thread here. A literal thread. Ugh. I don't know. I don't know. We're close to stabilizing, but without getting Tiamat out of the way, I don't know if we'll be able to survive this hit here. Still, though, I'm amazed at how well we've been able to hold ourselves. If we can get something like a Cyclonic Rift, that actually would save us completely here. But we'll see. In any case, while our opponent is digging out their dragons, what are your thoughts on dragons so far, everybody? Do you like the idea of building a dragon deck? Do you want us to see us build up a dragon deck when Tarkir comes out? And what format would you like to see the dragon deck in? Let me know. Because I'm already... we're going to have to definitely do a dragon deck with Tarkir. But the question is, where do we want the dragon deck to be? So I guess that'll be something to think about. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Is there a way out of this at all? Okay. Say Prowess. Draw a card. Oh, okay, hold on. Dragons are cool. Explorer Teamer colors. Yeah, I know that's probably going to be the most likely place to do it, but we'll see. Okay, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana open. Sky Sovereign coming on. We're going to get cheeky here for a second. Does our opponent... Down to 4. Does our opponent take the hit here? Wow, they do. They actually block. Tiamat down. So, let's see. Atsushi doesn't kill us, but we might be pretty much dead here depending on what our opponent plays. It all depends. Okay, Mirror Sentinel Worm. Do we want this out of the way? Okay, I think this is how we do it. Okay, we got to draw a card. We got to do everything here. Bounce that. Create a token. Draw a card. Okay. Is this enough? Counter that spell. Bounce back Atsushi. We make another Jessian Thief. Is that enough, though? Jade Orb of Dragonkind. Okay. Invasion of Tarkir. Alright. Does that kill us? I think that kills us. Invasion of Tarkir. Not gonna lie. Oh, wow. Wait, doesn't this any other target? Oh. Why didn't they just go to face with us? I was a little confused there. But okay. Alright. Well, it's gonna be... Wow, 8 deep? Jeez, that's so many cards. Alright, well, they have to draw a card. There's not much else we can really do here. So, Mu Yanling coming in again. Island. We will tap Mu Yanling. The flyer here. Down to 10. We draw a card. Draw a card. Dang. Nothing. If we had at least one counterspell, maybe we might have been able to pull this off. Mistral Singer. And pass. Okay. Yeah. If they have any burn or any way of just hasting out a dragon here, we're pretty much dead. I mean, Goldspan Dragon alone probably kills us. I could sponge the hit from Mistral Singer, but that's just not enough. Dang. It's okay, everybody. After this, looking at the clock right now, I'm probably going to have to do only one more. It'll probably be only one more match, and that'll pretty much be it for today. Win or lose, we'll still talk about the deck overall and how we feel. Whenever a dragon we control enters, pay red. We do. Okay, so they get a dragon back from the graveyard. All right. Well. Do they use Spitflame? Okay, they do. Dang. So Mu Yanling's gone, unfortunately. Put her back into our hand. Again, we're not dead, but we may as well be because I do not know how we're going to get around this. We're going to try. If we have something like a Cyclonic Rift, that's really the only thing that helps us survive, but I don't think we're going to get that here. Oval Chase Tractor. Okay. That's interesting. Mech Hanger. Huh. Okay. Well, again, we're not dead. Oval Chase Dragster. Prowess. Prosperous Thief. We turn on... Wait, do these actually get stronger? No, they don't. But we can turn one of them on. Big swing here. It's not enough to kill our opponent, though, because they can still block the Oval Chase Dragster. Oh, wait. We won? We won? Wait, hold on. Did I do my math wrong? Hold on one second here. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Okay, so they blocked that. Wait. Oh, my goodness. My own stupid self. Once again, I really need to learn math, everybody. No, actually, I do know math, but let's be... I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, we actually won that one? I'll take that win, yay, but okay. My math was off there. Exact lethal, yeah. I mean, I honestly thought with the arcane sting, okay, wow. Yay. I guess I'll just take that as a win now. You know what? Maybe we'll end it right there. I think that was a good place to do it. Oh, I can't believe myself there. Exacxies. Wow. Wow. I honestly thought we were going to be dead there. I can't believe that. Once again, everyone, it's important to know your math skills. Math is definitely something I probably should have maybe learned a little bit better of. Don't get me wrong. I know my basic math. I'm not saying I'm not that dumb, but seriously, wow. I guess I didn't realize I actually had it there. Okay. Yay. Free win there. Sort of, because I honestly gave it to our opponent there, but okay. Sometimes I guess it is worth it to stick into the match. But yay. Beautiful. I'll take it, though. I'll take it. Okay. So, while I kind of gather myself there, let's go ahead. Let's talk about this deck, because I realize I'm looking at the clock now. I think we'll definitely end it there. So I think that'll be it for today, everyone. Let us do a final evaluation of the deck overall. So that was our all-women led Mu Yanling Wind Rider, aka Ride Like the Wind. You tell me in the comments below, what do you think? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? I do like the theme that we had here, and it was definitely kind of a cute theme here. I did like the fact that we were able to somehow put together a deck that was all female art, or had like some kind of flavor text that referenced women in some way, form, and definitely it is fun, but it's definitely not meant to be a serious deck. This is definitely, what would they say? What would they call this, I guess? I guess this is like a, what was it, bracket 2 or bracket 3 deck if you were to do the bracket system they have now for the game. And overall, it's definitely can get you a win or two here, but definitely you're not going to expect that too much with this deck. It's definitely far from optimized. If you really like Mu Yanling and you don't care about the female-led theme that we did today, you definitely can make her a lot more stronger if you just kind of invested a little bit more into most likely stronger vehicles and stuff like that. So just an FYI. Again, one more time, this was meant to be utilizing mostly, it's a female-centric deck, so that's what I wanted to do today. And again, we all thank, again, a viewer for suggesting this, so I definitely had a lot of fun with it. As you saw, the deck is not going to, again, get you the wins that you want, but if you do want to get the wins and you want to be serious with it, you can make a very powerful Mu Yanling deck if you're, again, willing to invest more rares and mythics. Even with the upgrades today, I still held those back because I wanted to keep the theme of it being female. And I was actually still satisfied with it. I didn't hate the deck. I definitely had a lot of fun, but it's definitely far from optimized. So if you do want to play this, know that you're going to have fun with it first. That's what you want out of the deck. If you want to be serious, there's definitely a lot more stronger cards you could put into it to make the most value out of Mu Yanling. Or you probably might want to put her in the 99 of maybe another artifact or vehicle deck also to get value out of her. So keep those things in mind if you actually do want to play with her. I actually do have her already set up in one of my carts for buying, because I'm going to buy a single of her and I'm going to add her to one of my future vehicle decks. We'll definitely touch upon vehicles again in the future. I know I've been playing a lot of vehicle decks in the past several streams because I love the mechanic. But again, I think we're also kind of, I guess you could say, running ourselves a little dry here. We're kind of starting to get to a point where I think we've kind of hit as many vehicle decks as we possibly could overall. But don't worry, we'll take a break from vehicles over the next couple streams. So hopefully, again, you're not too tired of them. But overall, yeah, play the card if you enjoyed it, if you want to have fun with it. If you do like to play her in the main, definitely do so. But I think she might be better in the 99 of a vehicle deck just for better support. That's all I'm going to say. Any case here, before we wrap up today's stream, let's show you again, for those of you who have been watching this deep into the stream, if you've been seeing this far, you are all my true fire friends, and I do want to say thank you so much for your support. So with that, let's go ahead and show you again what is to come down the line in the future. So coming up, tomorrow morning, we already have it done now and it's ready to go. Basically vehicles are last in the 4 colors of the Basically series. So this means I'm already going to have to build maybe 1 or maybe even 2 5-color Basically decks. This is definitely going to be a challenge, but I think we can pull something off in 5-color. Hopefully this vehicle one will be a fun one that you can enjoy. No rares or mythics are going to be needed for this. As far as future streams, I do have one deck here, So Exhausted, because this is going to be, again, an exhaust mechanic. We haven't had a chance to talk about the exhaust mechanic, so I definitely want to play around with this in the next stream next week, midway through. As far as future deck techs beyond that, by the time Vehicles comes out, next week also will be St. Patrick's Day, so we will have another fun-themed deck that's going to celebrate another holiday. So Lucky Strike is what we're going to be utilizing some way, somehow. We found a way to make yet another 4-leaf clover deck and still make it something unique and different out there. So hopefully, again, you look forward to that. We also are going to be trying to look at also some other future stream content. We're looking at maybe a timeless discard deck. We managed to make it budget in Arena, but it is a little expensive in paper. So that's coming soon. And of course, we will have an upgraded version if you do want to go all out with the deck. And also, we played this on stream against a couple of stream players out there, like a month and some ago when I played against other players out there. However, this didn't get its own proper introduction. So we're going to do Meow Mix at some point, maybe at the end of the month. So this will be something that I look forward to. It'll be definitely fun for when you want to check it out. Recycler is also something I've been experimenting with. It's going to be a cycling deck with that kind of puts a new twist on one of the best types of cards out there that I enjoyed playing. But we'll see if we can somehow get that going. I still need to kind of balance out the overall budget for this to make it definitely doable in any form. Otherwise, I believe that's pretty much it for now, everyone. So thank you one more time to everyone that was here for today's stream. Again, Den Splendid, as always, my all-star and VIP. Thanks again for that. Oh, Ricky, I'm sorry I didn't get to see your comment there, but thanks again for joining us. Ricky, that would go 8-0 in Attorney, trust me. Hilarious. But seriously though, I think Mu Yanling is definitely a fun card, but definitely I probably would refine her if I was to get serious with her, maybe next time. Any case, overall, one more time, shout outs to all of you that were here today. Pinworm X, I know you're probably back at your shift right now, but thanks again for joining us from YouTube side. As always, thanks also for those of you that were joining us on the chat today. Cholera Kaput, thanks again for being there for today. Again, one more time, Ricky, I know you were there for just a hot second here, but thanks again for bringing your fun little cute comment. I appreciate that. Those of you that were watching across other formats and other platforms, so from over on Instagram there, we got Masterpiece Proxies. Thanks again. El Maestros. Sorry if I messed that up, but I tried to get that right. Thanks again for joining us. And then Marco, Prodan 1997. Thanks again for also being there as well. And for all of you that, whether or not you did interact on the chat or not, I still appreciate every viewer that has been watching us today. So thanks again for that. Hopefully, again, we'll check you all again next time. Ricky, thanks again for joining us. Even for that moment, I appreciate you being there. But otherwise, that's pretty much it, everybody. I have to go and get ready for my big boy job. But again, we will see you again. Hopefully, I think Wednesday will be our next stream. And again, our next deck tech will be tomorrow morning. So again, have a wonderful weekend, everyone, wherever you're at. And again, we'll get a chance to do this again very soon. But as always, like I always like to end our videos, just remember, no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We'll see you next time, everybody. Later.